What's up? We're back. Episode 2, baby, of the DDLC side stories. Yeah, I'm kind of a rapper. Um, I know I. Hold up, let me pull up my cam. My. Okay, there we go. I know I said I was gonna stream yesterday, but I was working on the retard house. I was revising it because it's rereading it. It was horrible. It was really bad. I did not enjoy a single second of it. If you didn't tune into the stream where I didn't bring my camera with me. I'm at my mom's apartment. I didn't bring my camera with me. So this is what you're gonna have to deal with. Uh, it's nice not having to um worry about doing something by accident visually. I just drank some water there. Um, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. Point is, let me boot up Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Plus. We're doing the plus part finally. Because we didn't do the plus part when I originally streamed. Do I have game detect on? I do. Let's go, the baby. Um, yeah. So last stream, if you didn't tune into that stream, uh, we had done the first four side stories. So if you didn't watch that, uh, these are all interconnected. It's like the MCU. Uh, Go ahead and watch that whole stream. I'll wait for you. Just pause this stream, and when you finish the other stream, I'll come back. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you had decided to watch 3 hours of that stream. Well, I'm talking to you in the past now, so whatever you say does not go. And you can see my desktop is my lovely lady Yuri here. Um, how much data collection? 91. 91. Okay, let's do reflection. I don't did I do balance part 2? I think I did. Let me check. It is I did do balance part 2. Right. Natsuki and Sayori had that. Okay, we're going to do reflection with Monica and Yuri. Hold up. I just realized how unprepared I was to read today. Let me just make sure my volume's at the correct levels. Turn the music up a little. So, okay. just making sure that my voice is gonna. Well, we only got 2 side stories to go. And my voice didn't hurt when we did 4. So I think I should be able to go the whole thing without it hurting. Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. Makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch a piece of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need. They just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen, but the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Though that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage these nuts. Oh. I am alone. But what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with your friends? I just read. Oh. But I like it that way. Feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose that's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long would suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. No, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Monica reads hentai. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like, please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I got good. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun, would it? Absolutely not. Really? Even if it was just between us. Try asking someone who has no shame like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too. You know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. Makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? No. We were just talking about this new indie horror game called Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested en masse. I saw that Yummy Mash played it and he said it was really, really good. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Oh, like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh, yeah? Why do I read like that? It was okay, I'm gonna be honest, this stream, it was kind of on purpose at first, but it just... What inspired get? I don't know. I guess, let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just like, really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica. Sorry. That's completely wrong, so... What did you say to me? Is something gonna happen? Because if that... No, there is, no scaries. No scaries. Just good times, baby. Hold up, let me pull up a thumbs up PNG. Don't I? Oh, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, we'll do... Wow, that is the most low quality PNG I have ever seen. I think I got a virus from downloading that. Okay, there, yeah. Hold up. Let me just, Just good times, baby! It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it, baby! Well, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long, so I can say I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours, it's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring. Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can't have my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted. Sayori, are those from the floor? Ahaha, gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't. Was Yuri just. Not Sayori just like straight up eating like a dog from the floor? Just go. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna make a. Can I make. Okay. Was Sayori straight up just like how do I don't know how to work this. Was Sayori just straight up like that would have been funnier with the camera. Our hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine. Sayori trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me how the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a literature club. So I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also the ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary, I just wish to be respected. Then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. No, I'm saying that right. Skeptical. It's not a... Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about, but that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think that we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused or something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Sorry if it came off that way. But our conversations yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to help you keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh, jeez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit? That's easy, cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Whoa, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. That's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're now talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead of that I said, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine, as long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. That's nasty, bro. Okay, so cherries were kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about my feelings. And Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or anything or something. I know that. I was just. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to pull my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help you turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What? What the heck? I've been duped! I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? A sundae? But, oh, it is Sunday. I was gonna make a joke about it not being Sunday, but it actually is Sunday. You are welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalties, how deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough, we're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? I'm gonna turn the music down a little. Like manga, right? Let's try to have a... oh, my yawns are coming back. Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. My eye itches, that's my opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not, no. Oh, how come? Well, because I don't see anything productive can come from that. It's just gonna start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable? Yuri's expression chases at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise is exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear enough of that. There's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share. My own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life, and I really prefer not to revisit it. Oh no. I prefer more mature things now. That was the saddest oh no I've ever produced in my life. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective, because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki! Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting expensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and try to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all of my interest immature. You can't. Please stop. Please? You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choke silence as she gathers her things. You know, this wouldn't have happened if Markiplier was here, right? You know, they'd all be like, oh, I don't think you're being kind of a dope. And Markiplier would be like, oh, hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Undertale. She leaves. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so. I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club room was a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. I got a notification from Discord. And it's not, it's okay. It's okay. Just checking what it was. Okay. Wow. Why is the laptop being very slow? Or at least just the second monitor. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoated things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I think the problem here is her, not just like the way we talk to each other. Right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow. I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. That wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out, because I can just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but just don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and I don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. Well, this was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. Sayori, Natsuki per se, and will the club really just have to come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. The solution is 2 plus 2 is 75. Did you know that my name is not Japanese? Unlike Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki, whose names are totally Japanese. Monica means counselor. I did not know that. I knew that Monica was not a Japanese name, but I did not know that Monica meant counselor in Latin. I thank you for educating me upon this topic, Monica. Parentheses, little Monix 3, parentheses. That is the worst way to speak to anyone. I got new music. I don't know what the music is. No new pictures. Reflection. Part 2, baby. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives in the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at a desk and pulls out a sheet of paper primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings on paper whenever possible, since it tends to serve her as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because a ship sailed away. Yo. Yeah! Natsuki? Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but it would have been more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you want me listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah. Thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up, then? Oh, no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Huh? Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh. Jesus, Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you have a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts, did my laptop really run out of battery that fast? Jesus Christ, I didn't even read that. But as soon as it's just you and your thoughts, again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. I just don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty, and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Hey, let's figure this out together. Fine. Well, y'all figure that out. I'm gonna figure out... I'm gonna drink water. I was gonna try like I'm gonna figure out how to put this water in my body, but it's only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. Had to have. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it you're being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Excuse my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I just hate that she thinks she's so much better than me, just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me, or manga or whatever, but Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? After this? Obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would, until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sarah shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. The most important thing is that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was with Monica when I was new to the club. Then it was with you, and now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person being such a jerk. And they just realize that we could at least get along, but nobody else has this problem. I just keep running from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. I don't know why. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Sari puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has. Oh, wow. That. I don't know what that was. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. Put back my mic away from me. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot like reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends. I guess my dad, like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I going to do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, and it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like something goes wrong, there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everyone else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I would just sound really full of myself. No, our thoughts and feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, you understand that if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, accepting that we have feelings we don't like. I I hate that. The feelings make me a bad person, because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's a total judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy face, and I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself, out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house, you gotta see each other every day, and even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other. Maybe even help each other change for the better, to help you understand. How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I just want to be a good person like you. Oh, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You and Yuri and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Mitsuki remains silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? I don't think I paid attention to any of that. No, it wasn't as though she inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. That was more Sayori and Natsuki. Ugh. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over there? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not gonna yell at you. I just want to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair of me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time I won't just try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong or making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second and manages a nod. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me. Especially Natsuki. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Monica thinks back to the time she found herself in an altercation with Natsuki. How a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She's just, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me. I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yours shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had a chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw on myself. What? What? That's what just... Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak their mind. So I did. And she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I like you. We've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? You're not saying how it's bad. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person, so for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior, despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. And it makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. And my feelings about her, No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong. You know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. That doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things, or we can, just acknowledge that they exist, try to understand them better. I can never be in a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through those feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri wears a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, yeah, I'm far from perfect. It doesn't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to I am hungry. Reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I just want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone is just a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of getting in the way. I can't stand it when the pieces disturb again. He's disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Ugh, my eye itches. Oh, think about that, Yuri. But no, I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Oh, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind. So. Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to get to see that side of you. I'm gonna write her a letter. Oh, a letter? What a great idea. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yeah. Your face is hard with determinations. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that. I wouldn't want to be. It always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience. And I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki. Yuri nods. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, it has to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person like me. That's just me. What? I went through 7 different accents. And that's just like me to think that. I'm always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that, they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned from my observation in the literature club. Yuri's always kept to herself so much. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've been I don't think I've been processing anything that has been said. Okay. Yuri's always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to hear her suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Say Yuri too. And it makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. Chubby. But in the past few weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. It's true. Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can easily work through conflicts of But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. No picture? No picture. No picture? No, you can't do this to me. A very shy girl with a long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fists pressed into her collarbone. Why? When she finds a literature club president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea after all. Slowly, Monica glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain her composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yeah? Response. What's the longest someone's ever yawned? That's what I'm wondering. Longest yawn ever. 23 minutes? Oh, a Pomeranian yawn for 23 minutes? How does a Pomeranian yawn for 23 minutes? How does it, what? And for a human, 6 minutes? How? What do you have to do to yawn for, what does that feel? What does that feel like? Was this accidental? Or did he just like go, I want to yawn the longest? Was he just like tired one day and he just yawned for 6 minutes straight? did he just, one day he was just chilling and he just yawned for 26 minutes. What's the longest someone has slept for? 264 hours? How do you sleep for how long is 264 hours? Oh my god. That's 11 days. This man missed 11 days out of his life. He could have been doing anything. Literally anything. But he slept for 11 days straight. And then slept for 14 hours after. Like straight after. How do you fall asleep for 11 days and then fall asleep for 14 hours after? His name was Randy. Randy, what are you doing? This is not what this is. This is not what this stream is about. I should break the yawn world record. What's the longest pee someone's ever done? Longest urination ever. 508 at 8 minutes. Is this accidental? Did Randy accidentally sleep for 11 days? Did Randy just go to sleep at Tuesday night and was like, man, I can't wait to get so much done tomorrow, and he woke up 11 days later? And this guy, did he just, morning restroom? He just peed for 8 minutes accidentally? What was his reaction? If it was accidental, what was his reaction? Was like, oh my god, what's happening? Why is there so much? What? I am so confused. Was that accidental? Did he accidentally pee for 8.5 minutes straight? Or was that on purpose? This is not what the stream is about. Your squeaks a response. I can't focus after learning that someone slept for 11 days straight. I need to know, was that accidental? Was it did he accidentally sleep for 11 days straight? I have to know. I gotta know. Where is it? Did he just act again? Hold up. Wait. Randy Gardner, who stayed awake for 11 straight days when he was 17. In the name of silence. In the name of science. Yeah, let me just stay awake for 11 days. Volunteer to go as long as possible without sleep. And let... Oh! Wait, what? No. Wait, that's... So he didn't sleep for 11 days straight. He just stayed awake for 11 days. Well, that's not what I asked. Oh, okay. Turns out, someone actually did sleep for 11 days straight. He was 7 years old. Doctors ran several tests with no conclusive explanation. What? He woke up with He couldn't walk her because he was asleep for 11 hours. And I think my mic cut out for a long time of that. This man, he fell asleep for 11 days. He was 7 years old. Was this accidentally? Did he accidentally fall asleep for 11 days straight and his brain just melted? I have to know. You can't spring this on me and expect me to be normal after it. This little boy fell asleep for 11 days straight. And he woke up dumb. Anyways, what were we talking about? Your squeaks response. Please help me. Whoa, is everything okay? Your shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Well, you get a pen and paper. Thank goodness, I thought there was some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. 1 sec. Monica trots back into her classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friends, and grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. How are you today? Huh? Me? Well, yes. Aha, oh gosh, sorry, I was just caught off guard. What, did you sleep for 11 days straight? Oh, no! Why did he sleep for 11 days straight? Why did he pee for 8.5 minutes straight? Why did he yawn for 6 minutes? What's happening? Why are these things happening? What's the longest poop someone's had? I have to know. This is no longer a DDLC stream. Longest poop. And I'm not talking about the actual poop itself. Okay. Well, I did learn about the actual poop itself, and it was 26 feet. Again, was this an accident? Was this an accident? Things that are 26 feet. I need to know. I know how long 26 feet things. What's happening? What the? He just pooped out. What? There's a Marilyn Monroe statue that's 26 feet. That's the size of the poop. 26 feet poop. What? Again, was this an accident? Did he accidentally poop 26 feet poop? What the heck? Did he try? A woman. I thought women couldn't poop. Did she just, what the heck? What? Did she have a bad case of the Taco Bell? And poop 26 feet? Was it solid? Must have been solid. So was she just sitting down on her toilet and it just kept coming out? Did it all coil in the restroom? Did it all coil in the toilet? Okay, who measured it? I want to know why she finished and was like, how long is it? I mean, I would want to know too, but I wouldn't like actually go measure it and then admit that to people. Longest poop session. What? It was 26 feet long. It was the length of her colon. Oh wait, she wanted a 26 foot log. She worked in conjunction with nutritionists to eat a super fiber-rich diet to set a world record. She wanted this. With photos? What do you mean with photos? It's no longer active. It was fake. How do you fake a poop? 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 I just want to know. How do you fake a... There is no game anymore. How do you fake a poop? So did she like construct a poop, or did she poop a fake poop? What the what? I'm so confused. I still don't know how long the longest poop session is. Longest poop session. How long the longest poop session? How long was your longest poop session? Yeah, I want to know. What's the longest? 4 days? 10 years later, still getting over it. Sweetie, don't forget to chew your food. What? Over a tiny bit of meat? Did he swallow his steak whole and 4 days? 10 years later? I'll let you know when it's over. 7 months ago. He hasn't let us know yet. It's been going on for 7 months. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am not okay. I gotta end the stream. No. What the... I cannot learn that this guy pooped for 4 days straight because he ate his steak whole like a snake. I'm not even in the DDLC mood anymore. Oh my god. I'm doing well today, just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? I don't know, I'm just pooping for 4 days straight. I get sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too, I do that too. Ah ha ha. Hey, this classroom is empty, let's go in here. After praying inside, Monica opens the classroom door and the two men enter. During moments of relaxation, and she watches Monica pulls up 2 chairs to the same desk and obeys that Monica beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk. You nervous? I'm nervous. I am nervous now that when I go to the next restroom next time, I'm going to poop for 4 days straight. What do you tell someone when that happens? What do you tell someone when you poop for 4 days straight? You just go, like you just call up your mom. Hey, yeah, I pooped for 4 days straight. Help. Was he continuously flushing? Or was he like, was it just, how long was it? That's what I want to know. How long, was it 26 feet long? Was it, how do you fake a poop? Oh my god. I'm not gonna be the same. I need therapy. I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can go up with something else. She shakes her head. how long? I'm so off topic. How long was a body part asleep for? Longest asleep arm. Okay, well, there's no world record for that. I'm just so confused. 4 days straight. For 4 days straight. For 4 days, this man had to endure defecation. 10 years later, and he's still not over it. And then he drops I know 80% of digestion is in the mouth. I know that. Chew your food? What does that mean? A tiny piece of meat? It's just two. It's four sentences, and it's the scariest 4 sentences I've ever read. 4 days straight over a tiny piece of meat. 10 years later, still not over it. 80% of digestion begins in the mouth. Chew your food. This implies he ate a steak whole, poop for 4 days straight, and 10 years later, he is not over it. Can he walk? Can he walk? Can he walk? It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. I need to eat this steak whole. She was really. I know hard to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. She picks up her pen. Oh, what the heck? What? Hey, you're left-handed. That's neat. Left-handed people. There's like 5 of them in the world. That's a fact. And 2 of them are Monica and Yuri. Let me press right-click so I can see. I want to see. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Oh, she's right-handed. Never mind. Was it Sayuri was left-handed? I don't know. Yuri has a really long neck. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. I'm sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listening to different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, it's okay. About some of the strange things you said to me yesterday. But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes down the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. I think I know why Natsuki's angry all the time. Cause she pooped for 4 days straight! How do you poop for 4 days straight? How do you poop for 4 days straight? I'm so confused. How do you poop for 4 days straight? And then that guy, 7 months ago, he said, I'll let you know when it's over. He never let us know. For all we know, that's been going on for 7 months. Maybe longer. Maybe he was in the middle of a 3-month poop. That guy, he's dead. He finished. He's just dead. He died. It drowned him. It became too much. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but have been able to separately be friends with Sarah and Monica. That's me. Yo! Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks. I've been able to befriend the 2 of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. The same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other, but I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay, Yuri writes some things down. I think the most important thing here is to remember that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable. She just got finished 10 years ago. She pooped for 4 days straight. She fell asleep for 11 days afterwards. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure they don't know you're ready to respect them, listen to them, admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, one for each of those points. I didn't read any of that. I'm so focused on the 4-day poop. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized, I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. Not so much more than me, I have you know. You spent so much time reflecting and being open-minded, that's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri a hand a quick squeeze, but as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her hands to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while, they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday, you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? A 7-year-old boy fell asleep for 11 days straight. Now, was that accidental? Should I bring that up in my letter? Thinking about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and that they're just a state of being we have to come to terms with. Made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people, rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. What did Monica tell you? The thing about feelings aren't right or wrong, or just state of being when it comes to terms with. Is that how you feel about Natsuki? They're not. In reality, everyone is always trying their best, and everyone wants to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I have to be able to read it to help out, you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually penning on paper, I'd realize I really prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to express her expression. I'm kind of glad to hear that, actually. I'm somehow finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. Ahaha. It's also been wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but Yuri smiles. I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me, I'll never get the hang of being one. Ahaha. But listening to you has so much helped me really make the things help some of the things mean some. Sorry, I slept for 11 days straight before this, so just don't call it damage, please. What? I didn't even know what she said. Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. I don't want to come to the club at the same time. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales and the tears stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck, Yuri. I'm here if you need me. Yuri returns a nod and the two depart. I got a picture. Oh, she's dropping all of her shit. That 7-year-old kid slept for 11 days straight. 11 days straight. He slept 11 days straight. How? 11 days straight. 11 days straight. What? How do you... 11 days straight. I can't believe I'm so torn up about this. 11 days straight. This little child fell asleep for 11 days straight. I'm so torn up about that. Who let him? I mean, did they try? Okay, they did experiments on him, and he woke up and he couldn't walk or talk, and they gave him drugs. They gave the 7-year-old black tar heroin, and he was perfectly fine after that. Self-love, that's what I need. I need some self-love to know that I'm not going to poop for 4 days straight, and it's going to be 26 feet long. It's only been one day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meetings that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing of the students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could spend to find her lunch. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student will have any other reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of frantic school day. I bet that guy didn't have a moment of solitude during that 4-day boop. 10 years later, all over a steak. Did it just thunder again? What are you doing here? Your grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri noticed Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She no odds avoiding eye contact. Natsuki also looks away, shuffling over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After so far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which then she fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea, but instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet. No, it's gotta be thunder. Has the rapture started? Yeah, it is thunder. The rapture will only begin when we find out how long that guy's been pooping. Because he said he was gonna let us know when it's over, and it's been 7 months since. For all intents and purposes, that guy's dead. Unless he's still alive and in pain. Oh my god, I never thought I would get so caught up over poop. I mean, that's not what I meant. I just told her, cool, that's your thing or whatever. Like, I see how it suits you. So, not because I think you're creepy or anything. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just going to stop talking. It seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I could leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap of her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything anymore. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, it seems to mean something. Though it's not clear what that may be. I am in distress. You know that feeling in your chest, in your heart, where it's just all nervousness? That's how I feel, because I don't know if one day I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up 11 days later. I'm not gonna be able to talk or walk. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'm gonna pee for 8.5 minutes straight. I'm gonna poop for 4 days straight, and then the poop's gonna be 26 feet long. That could happen to me any day, all because I ate a steak. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki's the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. 10. It's the next day. Yeah, Natsuki appears from the corner and steps into the vending machine. Glancing at Yuri, she does so. Today she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again. Oh, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it, especially since they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly, but I just don't want to come up again now after I waited so long for this new volume to come out, literally months at this point. You don't have to have other friends who are into manga, not unless online friends count. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it, she just likes it, you know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful, especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess.
By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with, oh, I have online friends. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face, or how about a smack on the booty? I did not. Stream's over.
I was gonna do a joke where whatever.
I'm gonna go poop for 4 days straight. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a pseudonym. But I liked it at the time. I got a little fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. Since I don't think I would change anything. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Ahaha, probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? Oh, of course not. I don't care what other people with me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. Mitsuki raises her hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, as Mitsuki surprised Yuri shy looks out of the way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek.
I hope it's the bottom one.
She turns red and stares into her lap, but is able to hide a smile as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. Oh, I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it'd be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you're looking for your reading, but I kept going on about this nonsense. I'll let you get your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly and Natsuki opens her book. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. The whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of the conversation. I cannot read. Ever since I learned about the poops and the pees and the sleeps and the poop lines, you're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day's passed. During lunchtime, Mitsuki finds herself having one to say once more. Hey, did you buy that? Mitsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she don't miss it. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like, for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I just mean, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought, never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And that it's a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do! I was the other thing I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Yuri pauses, then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. Yeah, talking is hard, especially for me right now. After having learned about the little boy who slept for 11 days straight, and he woke up, and he just could not do anything. His brain melted! Dematerialized! Knowing she's probably overthinking it so much that Mitsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please don't feel obligated. I want to do nice things too. Okay, thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing. Just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been able to avoid them on purpose or anything. There are other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them and we're all having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? So I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good at just putting up with it because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monica and Sayori don't really agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. And it's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I'll just make an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, it's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you'd like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends, and they really like my baking, and it's fun to complain about school together, and they make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So, are all those things important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's like anything about my friends, though. Overall, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Tsuki stands up. Wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Tsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine, as long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Tsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I just wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Like how Monica can. She's good at those things. I have a conflict.
What do you do if you poop for 4 days straight? What do you do if you poop for 4 days straight? Who do you call? The police? 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, I have been pooping for 4 days straight. What do I do? What do I do? It's 26 feet long. What do I do? I've peed for 8.5 minutes straight. 7 months. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong, and you're like, "Oh, what's wrong? Anything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes. Decide myself, I want to talk about those things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things that people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. What? Especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So, in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? Is that hard for you to be around people? Like, all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. People are making all kinds of conversations, saying jokes and all that. I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your book? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? Mm-hmm. A lot. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. But it's a mutual silence, one full of understanding. I'm not okay.
I feel weak in my arms. My heart feels heavy. I I'm I don't I don't think I should have streamed today. Cause I I I need to look at her. I need to look at her. Oh, Yuri, my beloved. Oh my God. Yes. Uh, what's wrong? That little boy fell asleep for 11 days straight, and he woke up and he could not walk or talk. That man peed for 8.5 minutes. That other guy pooped for 4 days straight 10 years ago, and he's still not over it. And that one woman faked a 26 feet poop. I'm not okay. Hey. Hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Atsuki had been typically meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a way of dodging her friends when she felt like seeing him. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friend, so I hung out with them for a while. That's so. Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. Made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Mary takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immediately immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and top glittery powder. Are there toilet cupcakes? I need to know that. Toilet cupcakes. There are. Okay. Now I want to put I want to get some chocolate and I want to put 26 feet of it in the toilet. Inspired after the woman who baked a 26 feet foot poop. 26 feet foot? That's not a thing. It feels like I've been asleep for 11 days because I am losing the ability to talk. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really try to think about it. I just made them. I just thought that green because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, that's not really. Here, take a small bite. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just want to do something nice, and this is something that I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of the cupcake for her to examine her skin, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, I don't know. It kind of just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I just got super into it. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's like something I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart in something so artistic, and then it would just be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of other people happy, like unconditionally. Like everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. The bringer of 26 feet foot poops. I am not gonna get over this day. This is the worst day of my life. I am in so much agony and pain over learning the fact that someone pooped for 4 days straight over a little bit of meat. What do you do? I've asked this so many times. What do you do when you poop for 4 days straight? Who do you call? Who do you tell? Who will listen? Does she feel valued? Yeah, I guess that. You were able to make up with your friends today? There weren't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. Only makes things worse. So, they're not gonna stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are, and I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it, especially since I have somewhere to go right now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper oddly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I'm glad that the situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that the cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do, so you can have the rest of them. Atsuki grabs the box inside its over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box, and she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Atsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know, and I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded, but I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than the cupcake of some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sob, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. I can't think of even a single thing about myself that someone would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like to be nice and do the things that you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. Try in the club. You know, I think a lot about those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else I saw, and seeing someone else I saw myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me it takes a good person to reflect on those things. The desire to improve yourself, that makes you a good person. So don't worry so much. There are things about you that people would like. So, like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around, and you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take lead, and that you care a lot about other people, and you're just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Tsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come around her, I always think it's the last time. But then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? It's just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back. So ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? As Tsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do hypothetically if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what makes me feel so confused, because I'm threatening other things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Suki presses her palm into her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier for it to be completely, comfortably unhappy than it is to do damage to something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it with them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actually considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long and you get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it, so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It made me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk about or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but Yuri clenches her fists. Natsuki, what? If anyone thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Jesus Christ. Natsuki snorts in laughter. What, are you gonna feed them a little piece of meat, make them poop for 4 days? How do you poop for 4 days? What? Little piece of meat? Did he not chew it? Because he said chew your food. What was that, a reminder? Or was it advice to not do what he did? Did he shove the whole steak down his throat and he proceeded to poop for 4 days straight? 10 years later, not over it still. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. Oh, well, I meant it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. How did he do that? That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! He pooped for 4 days straight. All it said was for 4 days straight. 10 years later, still not over it. 80% of digestion begins in the mouth. Chew your food. You have enough context clues to put that together. He didn't chew his food. Oh, he also ate 4 days over a little bit of meat. He didn't chew a steak. Then he pooped for 4 days straight. 10 years later, he's not over it. What? Who do you call? Who do you tell? The ambulance? The amber lamps? You call the amber lamps? You call the police? And you call your mother? Who do you call when you poop for 4 days? Who do you tell? Who can you tell? I will then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. No picture? You're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her... You call poison control? I don't think... was it... Did he cook it wrong? Did he cook it wrong? Is that why he pooped for... No. Hold up. Can food poisoning make you poop for 4 days straight? Hold up. Longest poop session. I need to know if this question was asked again. I need to know. I need to know. It's not...
No, I'm not finding any results aside from that one Reddit thread where he reveals that he pooped for 4 days straight. And then this other guy commented, I'll let you know when it's done. And that was 7 months ago. For all we know, he is still pooping. And we don't even know how much time had passed when he commented that. He could be pooping for 2 years straight. He could still be pooping. He could be dead. He could be alive, but in pain. It's just, I can't focus on the women because I'm just so concerned that I could go to the restroom one day and I'll be there for 4 days.
Yuri sits down and opens her book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know how I'd want it to go. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe. There's some things I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing that I've gone pretty on, like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way.
What the longest someone has ever vomited? Longest someone has ever vomited. The longest puke in the world. 27 feet! Well, that beats that completely beats my super Y throw up. No one else knows what I'm talking about. Longest vomited. Longest vomit session. Your longest puke. No. No one's answered this? I'm in pain. That's the nature of things. They come to an end. Unlike that poop, unlike that man's poop, who's been going on for, as far as we know, 7 months.
The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material, except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends at the mall or downtown or whatever? I'm not a total shut-in, you know? Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter, it's just more nerdy stuff. Oh, Yuri's a Scrabble champion. Hey, how many points is 4-day poop? This day has changed my life forever. What do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I did. I undid it. I texted them earlier, telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh. I'm sorry. Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against something. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. And she puts her head on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods, her shaking become more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good space. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her heart racing pulse at the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hand, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki shakes on the way out. The most earwax removed was 2.5 centimeters? Longest booger. Oh, what? Hold up. Okay, this guy has a nose that is 3 inches. You know what else is 3 inches? My penis. That's what's 3 inches. This guy's got a wiener on him. Both places. What? That didn't make any. I didn't say anything. Stream's over. No. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more. Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All I have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. Minutes pass in silence. By now the worst of it has passed, but Yuri's determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing is mostly steadied. Then she takes a deep final breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, calling Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. That must be so enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts. Something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does a good job at hiding it, that it takes a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. Because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. And if you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can imagine the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Do you really mean that? You're probably going to regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably going to have a lot more free time during the weekends from now on. So you're going to give me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to lots of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Ah. Well, I suppose I have no choice to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? First day you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor? Well, for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh, wait, yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How's that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry! Hey, strawberry is my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have that sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it can help me understand my needs a little better. The way I like to be treated. And the kind of friends that I would want to have. And that's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into here initially. Oh, well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I mean, I may have tracked you down first, with the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell you've already been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it'll make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes. Like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continued their conversations for the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air. A feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, with all their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself. Since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. It's over. I just made a noise. Okay. What are these? I know what I still need to get that. Okay. What's this? What are these? Wait, shouldn't it only be 99%? Finish all of the side stories? Wait, did I not finish the... Pog in the chat, boys. Oh my god. Somebody put a pog in the chat. Somebody put a pog in the chat. W, pog, whatever. This is epic and awesome and epic. I want to see those pogs and those W's. Maybe a new letter. New letter. Put an A in the chat. Put an A. A for awesome. I genuinely didn't know that there was a... I was so confused. I genuinely confused. Equals. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking people starting to talk about the festival. It's a good time to go over for us to go to the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival. G? I think, Sayori and I already come up with a good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead on time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get to the most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has something to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Basically, so we get all the food we can, we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked by the same joke. Twice. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. Festival's a unique proper top. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. we really got a shot showing people what Literature Club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission, and we'll still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes. I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the Literature Club. Well, it's kind of tough because everyone gets something different on the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. Aw, but you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on it, arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a Literature Club. We can talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because you feel like it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, you can start. I don't mind. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like a long time ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like, if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people, too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in. It was just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that, oh gosh. Yeah, but it sounded like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature that I could trust her with anything. It would feel like a lot less alone, having someone who even knew all the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the Literature Club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined. She was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead because she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't really ready to get really close to someone really quickly, and I really never really thought about that really sort of thing really. I really feel like I really could have gotten really better on really understanding people's really different needs really. And that makes me really, really happy because really my friends really are just really the most important really things to me really. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too really. I don't know if I wouldn't continue going in club if it weren't for you. Really? Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. And I had such a specific idea as to the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayuri tried so hard to get to know me, I feel like I was just wasting your time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key of component of friendship. Sayuri and I were able to be friends because she always thinks of the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do or the thought of to do. But I stayed in the club, and thanks to that, I really started trying as hard as I could to understand better people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was super impressed. You know what I'm impressed by, Monica? I'm impressed by how a woman can fake a 26-foot poop. 26-foot poop. How can you fake it? How? This is not even a like, oh, how'd you do it? It is how'd you do it? Did she like swallow something and fake poop 26 feet? Or did she carefully construct a 26-foot thing made to look like poop? How do people not know? Smell, texture, taste, feeling. Oh my god. This is me when I poop for 4 days straight. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others, just like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the things I said. Wrong things I said, but the whole time, I should have been thinking about the other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, I also discovered I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. So strange the way things turned out, so far from anything I've ever would have expected. And I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute that I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up 27, gonna projectile vomit 27 feet? Oh my god, how? What were they aiming? Were they aiming 27 feet? Did they want to throw, again, was it an accident or was it on purpose? Did that little boy sleep for 11 days straight on accident? Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Yeah, it's gonna go from 27. I'm not cute. False. Hey, isn't that my line? True. Oh, well, for me, it's actually true. So, well, what are you saying? Nothing. I'm finished my part, so someone else take their turn. My heart. Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you're complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes this time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey! Well, yeah, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. Besides, I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It's honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess it's for me to all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was just to ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. I guess that thanks to everyone who took time to respect my feelings, even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Tsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done so much more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the other opportunity to bring me some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around, and you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a difference for me. I was such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the same mistake multiple times, thinking that was my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect. The best thing you can do is help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all
Equals.
I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Siri, what are you doing? Doing your mom! Sayori is asleep. She won't wake up till 11 days later. I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Think about the clubs that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. That is because you showed me I could trust you with everything about me, not just by my good side. Something Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Monica takes a piece of respect. I was a respectful person when I took the club and realized that there's more than I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. She writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time because they're ready to become close, so it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. It reminds me, reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it is nothing but more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on people, not just myself, a lot of things changed for me, but then it's just one for me. Well, that's great, we have a list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone look at the chalk, don't look at me like that, jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands her a piece of chocolate to Natsuki. Then Natsuki writes, sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gone with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. It's funny because that's the name of the side stories. Together, everyone stares at the words on the chalkboard. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. We won't get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. Let me see it. We gotta talk about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. Oh! I get really good at You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I'd like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. We'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. 4 members of the Village Club disperse and return to their desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches and does the same. But Monica's tapping her pen against the paper, unsure where to start. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. Right the way to your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates her mental barriers, begins to write. Doesn't matter what, it's just something new. It's over? Well, that was nice. The base game, Doki Doki Literature Club, is a horror fest. But the side stories, I'm doing a okay sign and winking and smiling. That's what I'm doing. It feels happy endings. That's what I want. No mention of Markiplier. No Sayori going like, hey, I have a friend who wants to join. And they're all like, oh yeah, and then I get to do my, hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested in mass. I saw that Yummy Mash played it, and he said it was really, really good. So I'm very eager to see what is up. That is a very terrifying looking animatronic bear. Family Pizzeria looking for security to work the night shift. Oh, 12 a.m., the first night. If I didn't want to stay the first night, why would I stay any more than 5? Why would I stay any more than 2? Hello. These side stories made me like Natsuki a lot more. I still wouldn't date her, but it's how it is. Wooga. You better show me that selfie. See, that one's weird. Writing a lot of weird stuff. Rule 34 nonsense. Talk to people who can't stand people doing them. It is weird. It is very weird. But I think that's the beauty of it. That it is weird. If it was just a normal fandom, then nothing would separate it from let's go! Sorry. Nothing would separate it from whatever, anything else. I got achievement, baby. I got new music. Oh. Everyone say cheese. Funny face. Finish all the side stories. And yet, 98. I still don't have the secret poem. That one secret poem. How did I manage? You know, I once got which one was it? It was I got this poem, secret poem, 3 times in a row. Same playthrough. I got that first before that secret poem. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'll probably do some stuff off screen to try to 100% it. I cannot believe. I'm so angry. Oh my god, I cannot believe. Now I have to watch everyone die again. Oh no, I can just end after the third poem. I have to watch Sayori die again. Okay, whatever. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's, or welcome actually to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I don't even know who I wrote. I don't even know who I... Did I write for Sayori? I think I did write for Sayori. Yeah, whatever. Just, This is definitely a Sayori poem. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I have videos planned for the second channel. If you, Kringle, subscribe to Kringle. Kringle is a friend of mine. Christopher, my guy. I work for him. I used to edit for him. Then he fired me. Now I make thumbnails for him. I have made 3 thumbnails for him that'll go unpaid, and I can do $5 each thumbnail. So he's gonna give me a $20 Steam card, right? I'm gonna buy Resident Evil. I'm gonna stream that. I watched Markiplier play Resident Evil Village, and I really like the game. So I'm gonna start getting into the Resident Evil series. So I'm gonna stream Resident Evil Run. Maybe I'll probably watch Markiplier play 2 and 3. Maybe I'll buy 4. But I have some like videos planned for this channel. If I can record them. If I get the inspiration to record them, that is. Yuri. Yeah. Can't believe I sat through all those side stories, and I have to watch Sayori die again. Here it comes. Alright, this is Texas Unskippable. What the heck? Sayori is dead! What the heck? Oh, how could this happen? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Yeah, whatever. I just want. I don't even remember what the secret poem looks like. I'll just go through the three, and then I'll just see how it is then. Your mama's not suited for children. What? Yeah, whatever. Monica. No, this is it. Did I just get it? Oh my god. Was I supposed to wait until it said I love? Oh my god. Guys, that's been the stream. Thank you for watching me play this. I'm going to go cry now over what just happened. Nothing could make me happy over what just happened. I'm so angry over what just happened. There are no words to describe my anger currently. Yeah, I am going to do I'm going to do many things. One of them is assault.